Sorry about that, guys. And my phone just blacked out then for some reason. Welcome back. Nothing's really changed. Daniel Braun's on board. How you doing, brother? David Phillips is back on. Thank you very much. Oh, that was a shame. What I'll try to do is pin those two videos together. So if you've just joined in, Cuban chicken, I've explained the ingredients and stuff like that. We're just in the process of browning the chicken. Give us a little nod if you're on board. So we just season the chicken, salt and pepper. Okay, then we're just going to seal it. Smells delicious. Dave Ware's back on board. Sorry about that, everyone. Phone just blacked out. I think it's because I had a low battery. Mo's back on board. How are you doing, Mo? Right, so chicken's browning. So what you want to do now is get your onions cut. So all I'm going to do with these onions is cut them down into 4, and I'm going to leave it fairly chunky. So 4 by 4. I would imagine the Cubans are fairly rustic with their cooking. Generally most Caribbean is pretty rustic. That's the beauty of it. So you want to cut them into sort of centimetre dice like that. Right, sorry about that, guys, technical difficulties. Gavin Badland's on board. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. So just sealing over that chicken now. Okay, then what you need is to have a plate or a little tray or something next to you. Okay, turn the heat down to about a medium. Okay, so our onions are ready. John Stewart back's on board. Flanger's on board. Evening, Governor. Right. So let's get the chicken out now. Okay, then. 2 onions, roughly chopped, straight in. Beautiful. Love the smell of that. Right, so we've got 4 cloves of garlic. Just bash them down. Okay. Break them up like that. Okay, chop it through roughly. And then what we do there, little pinch of salt. Okay, and then with the knife flat down, just run it through, and that will make a paste with the garlic. Okay, just keep your fingers on that knife, out the way of the sharp bit, force it down, and that's almost making like a little puree. Okay, getting all that flavour out of the garlic. Okay, so that's what we're left with. That goes straight in. Lovely. All that flavour from the chicken still in the pan. Smells delicious. Who's on board? Lauren's back on board. Your old man said I sounded like Morty. I probably do, Mo, to be fair. Southwest crew and all that. Right. Oops. Okay, lovely. Right, now, getting a little bit of colour on that. So now what we want to do is add our bacon lardons straight in. Chucking things on the flour. Extra special bacon lardons, mine. No, John, we don't burn the garlic. We don't like burnt garlic, do we? Just turn the heat down a little bit. When I put the onions in, just turn the heat down to medium. Because like John says, he was a fantastic cook, by the way, John Stewart. You don't want to burn the garlic. Okay, so the bacon's in there now. Okay, so that wants about 5 minutes. So we'll start prepping our pepper. Okay, so just split it down the middle in half. And then just get a smaller knife. And what I normally do, I just take that bit out there, like that, and then cut it down through. Any little white bits, I normally just get off like that. Okay, I don't like those bits. Don't lose too much of the pepper that way. Okay, and again, what you want to do is keep everything sort of evenly sized. So I would just split that like so, and then do sort of 10mm roughly chopped like that, which is fine. Love it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, ask any questions you like. Anytime, if you want to post anything on the page, always here to help. I do look like Wardy too. What butchers do you use, just out of interest? To be honest, Nige, I got some meat from a butcher in Chicken Sodbury, but at the moment I'm just using supermarkets. To be honest, you know, this is just to give tips and stuff like that. I'm not cooking for anyone except myself at the moment, and then you guys are joining in. No, it doesn't have to be green peppers. Yes, they can be bitter. Evening, Joe Tizard. If you want to use red peppers or yellow peppers, by all means carry on. I'm just following the recipe I was given, but like I said at the start, you can, you know, have a little different variation on things you put in. If you don't like beans, you know, then don't put them in. Or if you don't like a specific type of bean, don't put them in. Choose another bean. Or whatever. If you don't like red onions, you know, there's loads of different ways of doing it. Okay. Right, so we're getting a nice bit of colour on there now. So what we're going to do now is add our spices. So we've got dried oregano. Going to get a nice lot of flavour in there. So a good teaspoon and a good teaspoon of cumin. And then, this isn't in the recipe, but I'm going to put it in anyway. A nice teaspoon of paprika. Okay. So what we'll do then, we'll dry fry these spices a little bit. Okay, just for a minute. in Shire, but he delivered. Okay, cool. I'll look into that. Thanks, Nige. Kelly Selling Ward's on board. Apologies for the technical issue earlier on. That's a shame, that. But never mind, we're here. We're cooking. So, getting the next stage ready. So what we want to do now, we've just dry fried those spices. So now we want to put about a tablespoon of red wine vinegar in. Okay, let that reduce down. If you haven't got vinegar, guys, you could use a bit of wine. You know, nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. Right, so that's evaporating nicely. So just drain your rice off now. It's been soaking. Yeah, give it a little rinse off. And that's ready to go. So let all that vinegar evaporate nicely. Lovely fragrance from there, that's looking nice. Green peppers can go in. Who's cooking along? Give us a thumbs up. Paul Cousins is on board. Blimey, Gav, Docks is miles away. Woods Family Butchers, look him up, Facebook. Alright, cool. Thanks, Nige. Guys, appreciate all your input. Loving it. Oh, guys, can I just give a massive shout out to my best buddy as well, Mark Hodge-Powell, the taco man, on doing the rounds this evening. Absolutely smashing business at the moment. Big love to him. Right, bit of salt in there. Okay, then we're going to go in with our rice. Okay. What we want to do is just dry fry that, just for a minute or two. Tell you what, guys, that's looking nice. Okay, so just dry fry that for a minute. In the meantime, drain off your beans. Get your beans in. Beautiful. Tell you what, guys, that looks alright, doesn't it? Whew, nice bit of colour and all that in there. Smells amazing. We're only using basic spices and that as well. Right, so you should need about a pint-ish of stock. What I would recommend is you put in the stock, don't put it all in, leave about 250ml, because you don't want to overcook the rice. Okay? So all we're doing there now is cooking that down lovely. Okay, then we'll go back in with our chicken. Chicken stock, guys, that was, by the way. Just I use Knorr stock gels. I think they're really convenient. I think they're really good. Now and again, I'll make my own chicken stock out of a carcass, but not always. I haven't always got it to hand. Right, so just submerge that in the liquor. Then what we'll do, we'll bring it to the boil and cover it over. Okay, we'll have a little clean down. Guys, we did a podcast on Thursday night, and it was great fun. It's the 4th time I've been on Three Peeps in a podcast. Give a how important is vinegar, citrus in dishes? Really important, because you want that nice little bit of acidity cutting through the taste, I think, John. And also, I think it just lifts all the flavours. Yeah? That's what I think. What do you think, John? Do you agree? I know you've done a bit of cooking. Ian Starr is on board. What are we saying? £1.84. I think that's the same as last time. Don't know if there's something going on. I know, could have bypassed the meter or something. Right, so that's come to the boil now. Lid on. Okay, so what we're going to do, that's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. Just going to yeah, I think you know, certainly food that has got spice in, I think it's really nice to have citrus added to it at the end. I think, and especially, you know, with fresh herbs and stuff like that as well. You know, I think it lifts the flavour a little bit more. You're right, Gav. Great with chicken and lime. Right, let's go through here. Austin Cubans is on board. The goat's on board. Nick Hackett's on board. How are we doing, brothers? Guys, feel free to share this video after, or page, or whatever it is you like. It's all very much appreciated. I'm just going to give that a little season now. Smells fantastic. It's looking nice. As we know, the you know, over in the Caribbean, they're pretty rustic with what they do. But I think that's the beauty of their food. And it's like they cook pretty similar how I like to cook. Do you know what I mean? I don't really follow recipes as such. What I like to do is learn by mistakes, learn from trial and error. So this might not work, you know, but I think it probably will. But I've added a few bits to it. I think that, you know, doing things off the cuff and doing things until they taste right to you is really important. Not in the near distant future, Gav. No, I've had a restaurant and it shut down in the recession back in 2008, and it was a very expensive learning curve, and I'm not in any rush to do it. I'm happy doing this. What I would like to do is put a book together of things that I like to cook throughout my week, and just tell a few little funny stories that I've had from my cooking days in between the chapters and stuff like that. But this is I'm doing this for you guys, for people that don't necessarily know their way around the kitchen so much, and could do with a little few tips or whatever. You know, it's all good. Archie is on board. Nick Westlake's on board. How you doing, brother? Right, so that's smelling amazing. Do you know what? I might have put a bit too much rice in there, because we'll add a bit more stock to that. Okay, a bit more stock. Just keep it on it, guys. Oh, do you know what? I haven't got it yet, Gav. I've been just busy, and Podge has obviously been busy. I'll try and get it off him next week. I think I'm going to pop down and see him from a social distance and stuff like that. Joe Tizard says, are you going to be selling those t-shirts? What do you reckon, Ian Starr? I think we could have a go at that. We get a few designs, a few slogans put on the back. It's all about the flavour. Just seen Fiona Frost come on board. I bet you're missing me, aren't you? Darren Kellaway's on board. He's another one from the rugby. Shout out to the Kingswood Knight under 12s rugby team, the team that I helped coach. I miss them dearly. I've been with them since they were little dappers, and now they're growing into teenagers, and it's been a privilege to coach them, and I do miss them a lot. Gavin Badlam knows everyone. Matt Rich is on board. How you doing, brother? Gav, to be fair, mate, I've got a man for t-shirts and printing and stuff already. So, but thank you very much for the offer. Okay, so just turn that heat down a little bit now. Okay, that's looking okay. Let's have a little taste. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's really nice. Cuban chicken and rice. Nice little bit of spices in there. We've got the bit of smokiness from the bacon. What I am going to do, guys, is put just a touch of coriander through that, just at the end. Okay, love a bit of fresh coriander, so why not? I've got a bit left in the fridge, really finely chopped. Guys, like I said, if you haven't got anything, don't worry too much. This is just my take on it. So just there now on my chopping board, I've got the lime zest. Okay, and that's looking pretty good. Okay, the rice is still nice and firm, so our herbs and lime zest in there. Finish it off with the juice of the lime, and what I think that will do is just elevate all the flavours together. Smells amazing. Looks quite nice as well. It looks how you would expect Cuban food to look, to be fair. So have another taste. Really nice. I'm happy with that. So, what I'm going to do now is turn that off the heat. I'm going to put the lid on for another 5 minutes and then it's done. So there we have tasty looking Cuban chicken and rice. We're done, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. When the chopping board's available, mate? Not just yet, Austin. Just because the oak costs a fortune at the moment, to be fair. So when I've got a bit easier on cash flow, then I will get some oak and I will start making the chopping boards. But it is on the agenda, 100%. Guys, I got asked the other day about sauces for steak. So on Monday night, I'm going to do 3 or 4 homemade sauces for steak. And I said something on my comments, and it wasn't meant in a disrespectful way or a cocky way, but I do think that, you know, any sauce I make will stand up in any restaurant in Bristol. So that's a bold statement, I know, but I'll stand behind it and we'll see. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you cooked along. If you did, brilliant. Continue with the comments or questions. Continue to share. Spread the love. It's all very much appreciated. And thank you very much. I will see you Monday evening. Stay safe, be well, and love to you all.